everybody. So today I'm going to be doing my birth story. So if you're new, my name is Jaden. I'm a military spouse and then a first-time mom. Yeah, so I guess now we can jump into my birth story. So I did have a natural birth, which is what I wanted. First, for the main reason because the epidural just scared the crap out of me. I'm gonna say this in the beginning, like, whatever kind of birth you had, like, you are amazing. Like, birth is rough, like, it's beautiful, it's painful, but whatever birth you had, I'm not here to judge, but, like, this is my personal experience, and, like, I'm proud of my personal experience. On August 8th, like, my daughter was born, a natural birth. I was 39 weeks and 5 days on a Wednesday. And so Monday, I had my doctor appointment, and I don't know, like, military doctors, I don't know if it's, like, different, but she wasn't, like, gonna check me, and, like, it was just, like, really discouraging. She wasn't gonna check me, like, whatever. And so she, like, left the room. Actually, I had, like, a student come in, not even, like, my actual doctor. And so when she left the room, I, like, cried. My husband was there. He made it to, like, every appointment, which was amazing. Super grateful for that. And anyways, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is not what I was expecting. I was like, no. So I just cried. And then I was like, can you please, like, check me and, like, or, like, something. Like, my actual doctor came back. And so I was like, can you just check me? Like, is there anything you can do? Because I was just like, at this point, this baby's not coming. Ever. Like, I'm probably, like, not dilated at all, not effaced at all, like, whatever. So she checked. She said I was dilated 1 to 3 centimeters. And so that was, like, super wonderful news. And I was 30% effaced. I was, like, super, like, motivating. I don't know. I mean, I came in expecting nothing. I mean, that was something. So something was, like, happening. That night, my husband worked a swing, decided to, like, go on a walk, and I walked completely around the flight line. And my husband is an air traffic controller, and so he's up at the tower, but I walked all the way around the flight line. So, like, he's over there, so if I would have went to labor, he was right there. But so that's a little over, like, 7 miles or a little under 7 miles. I don't remember. But that day I walked a little over 7 miles in total. But I talked to my mother-in-law, like, the entire time, which was great because, like, now I can't even walk, like, half a mile. I'm like, oh my god, how did I do this at 39 weeks pregnant? I don't know. But I did it. Then I got home, I took, like, a bath, and I was just trying to, like, relax and be like, okay, I need to just chill out, like, because at that time you also want to, like, enjoy every single second, because you're like, oh my gosh, is this the last kick? Like, she had the hiccups all the time in the end, and it was so sweet. So you're like, oh, I gotta remember this, then, like, your bump. So my mother-in-law's name is Kelly. Okay, so she got me this little, it's like this little box that she got, like, on a, like, trip or something, and you can, like, put, like, I think it's, like, your wishes or something into it. I'll have to, like, find it sometime. But anyways, I, like, wrote on a piece of paper. I was like, have Avery tonight or tomorrow. And I stuck it in there. And I don't know, like, she came the next day. But anyways, so yeah, I just kind of, like, relaxed, chilled, like, and just, like, chilled out for the rest of the night. I diffused, like, some lavender. That night my husband got home from his swing, and we put our dog Nova in his military uniform. Like, I have pictures from that. Like, she's wearing, like, his, like, hat, and I mean, obviously we're both not thinking about, like, this is the last night, like, just the two of us. Like, no, like, I mean, at that point, like, you just kind of feel like it's just not gonna happen. I don't know. Anyway, so the next morning comes, it's like 5 in the morning. I'm, like, kind of, like, cramping, and I'm like, I don't know. Oh, I forgot. So Monday at my appointment, I had a membrane sweep done. And so that's when they, like, kind of go in and they, like, I don't know, like, do something, like, with the, like, sac, I think. I don't know. Some people say that helps. Some people say it doesn't. It's kind of like a hit or miss, but I had that done Monday, had her Wednesday, so I don't know. I mean, I think it probably definitely helped with me. But anyway, so Wednesday morning came around. I was like cramping. I texted all my friends. I was like, is this it? And they were all basically like, no, like you'll know, except for one of them. One of my friends was really encouraging. She's like this could be it. She's like, are you timing your contractions? And she's like, you should just go into the hospital. But I remember going back to sleep because the cramps weren't that bad. Because like when I had my period before I got pregnant, the cramps were like super bad, like just unbearable. And so I was just kind of like whatever. But then like noon rolled around and they were like still coming and they were like getting more intense. So I was like starting to time. And then my husband had a swing shift again, like that night. And so I was like still in denial. So I was like, oh, go to work. Like my friend actually she lived next door to me at the time. And I was like, oh, like, can you maybe take me to the hospital? Something happens. I just sent my husband to work. But they kept getting like more intense. But I was like, okay, I'm just going to shower, like whatever. So he left for work and I called him. I was like, no, come back. So he didn't make it to work and he came back. And I mean, we got ready to go. And I was like, wait, we have to go get Nova a bone. So we went to the commissary. We got her a bone, brought it back to her. I took my last little bump picture in the car while he was bringing it to her. We got to the hospital. We waited in the parking lot. And I was like, wait, I'm not having any more contractions. I was like, I told you it's not happening. Let's go back. And then I had one again. So we like went into the hospital. And I always expected like when I was in labor and like going to the hospital, I'd be like people could tell that I was like in labor and they'd be like, oh my God, that's her. Like, no, it wasn't like that. I like walked up there by myself. They're like, what do you guys need? I was like, I think I'm in labor. I'm like, I don't know. So they took me back, got me changed. They checked me. I think I was like 4 centimeters and this was around 430. And then I was like 70% effaced, I think, when I went in. And then like 4 centimeters. This was like 6.5 months ago, so. But anyways. So that happened. They moved me to like a room where I would like have her, so like a delivery room. I walked around. They got like everything situated. They like kept checking me, but then I like walked around. They had like this little square, so I just walked around. Me and my husband walked around for a while, and then my doctor got there, so she wanted to come and check me. And I just like, the contractions were like pretty intense, but they weren't like bam bam bam, so I would like stop, like when the contractions were there, I'd hold on to the rail. I like know when they were coming so I could stop. I'd be like, wait husband, like chill out, this isn't happening to you, thanks. So we would stop, I'd like breathe through them, we'd continue to walk. Then my doctor got there and she's like, okay, I want to see you and like check you. So we went back to the room and she checked me and I was about to get up to go walk again. And then my water broke like everywhere. And it was just like, thank God this did not happen at my house or like in my car. It just broke. It was like super bloody and just, ugh. And I was like, oh my gosh. And like every time I would move, like more water would just gush out. So I got back on the bed. And I just like stayed on the bed, and from there it definitely like got like more intense. I remember being starving. Like everyone says, like if you're going in, like eat before. I didn't do that. I should have done that. But so all we had was like a popsicle. And so she brought me a popsicle and my husband, and I was like, do not eat your popsicle. I want that thing. And so I ate mine. I ate his. And yeah, like I remember I just like bent over the bed, but otherwise I think I was just in the bed. And at some point I did get some laughing gas, but it's like a super like, is it like the nitrous oxide, I think? But it's like a super low dose. And so all it really does is like kind of like just like takes the edge off. Like it makes your mind kind of, it doesn't take the pain away, but it helps your mind like be able to bear it more. But it like goes away super quickly because it's such a low dose. But anyway, so I had some of that, and then I just kept like having to push. Like, I feel like when you have a natural birth, like, that urge is just there more. And so I kept, like, pushing, and they're like, no, don't push. And so I had to, like, wait, and then they, like, checked me again, and I wasn't all the way effaced, and so that's why they were like, we don't want you to push, or, like, you're gonna tear, and it's just gonna be, like, super painful, because, like, I was all the way dilated, but they didn't want me to push, and I was like, I'm like, I cannot not push. And so then things, like, just went, like, really quickly. Like, they just brought everyone in. There was so many people in there, because I feel like everyone, like, had a different job. My doctor was there. She held up, like, one leg, I believe, and then a nurse held up the other. And, like, let's see. Whoa, just, like, thinking back. It's just crazy. And so I was like, okay, like, I had to push. So I finally, they finally let me push, and in my husband's words, she just flew out. That's what he tells me. Like, he was, like, watching, and he was, like, there with me. And I remember at one point they asked him, they're like, do you need to sit down? Like, are you okay? And he's like, no, I'm good. But apparently, according to him, she just flew out. But anyways, she was born at 7:58 p.m. She was 7 pounds and 3.8 ounces and 20 inches long. And, yeah, I pushed, like, 4 times, and I didn't tear. I didn't have to have, stitches. And so, like, I mean, honestly, I had, like, no birth is easy. But I would say I was very blessed with, like, just a very good, like, birth experience. And, like, yeah, like, during it, I was screaming. I was like, I'm going to die. I was like, at one point, I was like, I need the epidural. And they're like, no. Like, you're right there. You're at 10. Like, you're ready to push. I was like, I'm going to die. And at one point, I was taking that laughing gas, and they were like, I was taking the laughing gas, and I was asking for my dog Nova. Like, it was crazy. But I will say I was, like, blessed with, like, a great, like, first experience. And I truly think, like, if we do have another kid, I would try natural again. The only thing is, like, at the end, everyone's like, oh, that first time you, like, see your baby, hold them, like, you just cry, like, you're just so, like, obsessed. And I was, like, don't get me wrong, I was, like, so obsessed with it. But I feel like you're just so, like, traumatized, like, from what you just went through. Like, it's, like, traumatizing. And so I was kind of just, like, shocked. So when they, like, put it on me, I was still just like, what did I just do? But anyways, yeah, so that's kind of, like, my experience. We've been, like, breastfeeding for almost 7 months, and I mean, just so blessed, let me tell you. Like, she honestly is, like, a super chill baby. She, like, literally only cries, like, when she's hungry. Like, she just got her first tooth. We didn't even know she was teething. Like, my husband had his finger in her mouth. He's like, oh my gosh, she has a tooth. Like, she is just, we are so blessed. Like, oh, I'm not gonna cry, y'all. We're just so blessed. Like, she is just beautiful. Like, she has the bluest and prettiest eyes. Like, I just love her. Like, it's insane, because I don't know, I've never experienced this, like, mother-daughter love relationship, and I truly know that, like, God knew this is what I needed, and it's just, like, shaping me into who I'm supposed to be. And I just love her. I love being, like, her mom. Like, this is, like, I'm just so grateful, and God is so faithful. And this video is so long. I'm gonna have to do some editing, some snipping, some cutting, but anyways, so thank you for watching. If you guys have any, like, questions or, like, video recommendations, just let me know, and I would love for you to stick around and subscribe and like this video. So yeah, thank you guys again, and happy Tuesday.